Hello, everybody. My name is Holly Amato, real estate specialist. Thank you so much for coming to the YouTube channel today. Joining me is Mr. Ken Maciejewski of Simple Home Lending. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate the chance to be on your YouTube page.
Absolutely. And today we're going to be talking about the 3 parts to a successful buying situation in a seller's market, because that's where we're at right now. So first thing right out of the gate that I ask somebody that's looking to buy, are you pre-approved? 9 out of 10 times the answer is no, which I'm thankful for, because then I can refer them to you. And we don't get started without a pre-approval letter. It's crucial.
That's a piece of paper that has to be submitted with the offer that says your licensed loan officer has reviewed everything and you fall into the approval category to be able to get the mortgage. So it is a very important part of the process. And with speaking into 25 years, I just mentioned, of experience in the business, I'm very good. And my job is technically with the pre-approval to figure out why your loan's not going to get done, ironically, because I'm 100% commission. I want your loan to get done, and I often tell that to people, that the pre-approvals, really is about making sure to protect you, because the underwriter is the ultimate person behind me, the judge in the matter, that approves the loan, but I'm very good at and very thorough at making sure there's enough, to give that pre-approval to make sure your loan's going to get across the finish line.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I get asked all the time. Is this, when there's a multiple offer situation, is your client using your approved lender? And I'm able to say yes, and that gives it a higher weight, because they know that I'm going to make sure that this gets to the finish line. So that's the first point. Number 2 is your price point. So with this market, it's very important with that pre-approval letter. If you give me a pre-approval letter that says we're pre-approved up to $350,000, and I know what areas we're looking in, and I set up my client's portal with everything that they want to see, at least 3 bedrooms, at least 2 full baths, all that good stuff, and all the areas, I'm going to tell them, I'll set it up to $350,000. However, when something hits the market and it's listed at $349,900, that's not the best home for us to go see right now. Not that I don't want to show it to you, but more than likely we're going to be in a multiple offer situation, which means offers are going to start at ask, and they're never at ask right now. So really important for us to frame that properly, so we're not working in frustration. Part of what people do as realtors, they're so afraid to tell people the truth. They're afraid to tell their client no, because they think, well, they won't want to work with me. The truth is, your client has hired you because you have an expertise, and because you know this playing field they're walking into. You know where the landmines are. You know how to avoid them. You know how to set them up for success and not failure. You know how to keep them from being frustrated. That's the name of the game. Let's not let people be frustrated. Set them up properly.
Speaking a little bit into that, it's the hear me now and believe me later. And
Yes.
I set this up with when I'm meeting with my clients, because I always try to speak into all the things of what's going on in the market and how to react and people's reactions. And it's like, hear me now and believe me later. This is what you're going to see. So when you speak into that at the beginning, and it's not usually what you want to hear, they're able, oh, this is happening now, and they have the perfect house, and you tell them you're going to have to bid over asking price, and why would I pay something more than what it's worth?
Exactly.
It's important to that, but it's important as a consumer within the hear me now and believe me later, is that you trust your instincts, and you have to temper those down and listen to what you're saying, and working with somebody that
Exactly. Have the cushion to make the offer when you need to go higher. Last point is negotiation. So this is a place where I have always excelled. Thankfully, it's one of my God-given gifts. I'm really good with speaking with people, with understanding people, and with getting a job done. Win-win situations. We're all on the same page. We all want the same thing. Let's just make it happen. So when I'm negotiating with another agent, and I've got the pre-approval letter where it needs to be, and I have a really strong client, I'm able to structure that offer. A highest and best offer. I tell clients, the best offer is not always the highest offer. And that's a whole nother video. We'll get to it another time. So I'll leave it at that for now. But creating that highest and best offer and putting that in with our best foot forward, and then you come in and you help me out with that as well.
Yeah, it's if you call it the listing agent up, 25 years in the business and doing $20-30 million a year for that long, you dealt with a lot of agents. And if I haven't dealt with the agent directly, because there is a lot of agents, I usually dealt with somebody in their office, and I can usually try to find that out and speak into it. Or somebody in my office might work with that agent, and then that's really what the agent wants, is a warm and fuzzy to represent themselves to the seller that they're going to be, the offer is going to close, and it's, you know, a couple $1,000s is they want to take the best offer, but you know, often they'll take a couple $1,000 less if they get that warm and fuzzy, because the last thing that you want in a stressful move is to find out when you're moving and need to close on a new house in 30 or 45 days that the buyer that's buying the house is not approved or declined through underwriting. So
Right. So you making that phone call to the listing agent.
And my
it's that
reputation,
second-
nobody, and I say this often, in 20 something years, I can count on one hand and less the times that I made a mistake and didn't get across the finish line. I'm very vigilant, and that's really important for both my client and the seller.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. So it's just another line of defense that we have, and it's important. So again, those are the 3 most important points to successfully buying a home in today's seller's market. Thanks so much for joining on YouTube. We look forward to doing more videos and bringing more hot topics, as we
Sounds
say,
good.
in the real estate world. Have a great day and take care.
Goodbye.